the Catherine ult, but with the draft specifically the way it is, Lance does block a lot more of that damage coming from the sky specifically. It's a little bit of the middle ground with the Kestrel. Both teams have pretty confident drafts they can pull off. This is just down to the wire at this point.
I asked you guys what you wanted to see. Now we know what we're going to see.
Got 2 out of 3.
So, how happy are you? Do you think Kinetik or Cloud9
Muy
is going to take the series?
feliz.
Whew, I actually feel like Cloud9 should take this with Joseph on the Taka, but I think Kinetik's actually going to win it.
It's my party, and I want Kinetik to win it. No, I don't want them to win it, but I think they're going to win.
All right, well, let's find out. Kinetik versus Cloud9, Game 3 of the semifinals to see who makes it all the way this week. Let's pass it on over to Forecourt Gessner and Tasty Bacon.
Well, we'll have to see if the birthday boy gets his wish here, Bacon, because this actually worked out extremely well for Pawn and Mixshy, but Cole is not on the Lance. I thought he did a really good Lance last round.
Yeah, definitely worked out quite well for them. And normally, in these kinds of matches, I say, I feel like if the game's going to be won or lost in the lane or in the jungle. This is one of the few times where, I think the two keys are going to be Mixshy on the Kestrel and I Love Joseph on the Taka. Those two individually can, swing the game completely for their team based on their play.
I was really concerned that Cloud9 with that ambush was actually going to just slaughter Mixshy, but I Love Joseph is just going to do it for me. But Gabe actually didn't have level 1 Impale. He had level 1 Githian Wall. That's why the kills were just way delayed at this point. Pawn, though, is going to be in town and just saying what's up to Cloud9. Might even get a third if Joseph shows himself, and yeah, he's making sure that the coast is clear. I don't actually think that they know where Joseph is, otherwise they could have probably had a nice sandwich right there.
Do.
But Cloud9 is at least up, or at least down 2-0.
Yeah, they saw him going into the jungle. I think that's why Pawn the original actually stopped and went back for that forward treant instead of trying to go into the backs. But now, I Love Joseph, he is going to be on his own for a couple more seconds. The rest of the team is coming, and now Kinetik is on full retreat mode.
I think I might have been a little bit too bloodthirsty looking for Joseph, but now Mixshy is going to have to deal with Gabe and Joseph. They've kind of left him all by himself. Pawn and Cole are just going to try to push out lane as best they can. They're looking for this transition from Hardik, and there we go. Mixshy will eventually go down. Hardik trying to beat Pawn into the backs, and we'll have to see if he gets off the steal.
Yeah, Mixshy was trying to buy time for that rotation by Pawn to happen. Hardik did secure the treant, though. So nothing going to be going over to Pawn, and he's going to be going down for his troubles as well. This is a very good start for the side of Cloud9 as they get themselves their third kill.
I am actually rather astounded that our audience is rather split down the middle on this one, Bacon. 52% say that Cloud9 got this, 48 to Kinetik. That's the closest poll we've had all weekend.
Absolutely is, but I don't believe that they have that 100% accuracy streak any longer after the... No, I think it was broken because didn't the... No, TSM did.
This is the second semifinal.
Yep.
Yeah, too many games, Bacon. Too many games.
Too many games. It's been a lot. But I for some reason, I was thinking that the viewers had voted for Gangstars in the matchup against TSM, but that was over in Europe that they were voting for Gangstars every time. So
and TSM.
There we go.
No, I'm just kidding.
We're good.
Yeah. No. So far, the audience
got it sorted in my head. Got it sorted.
Yeah. Again, 52-48. It's very hard to get closer than that. So Cloud9, at least they have some energy here, and we're still sending quite a bit there to Kinetik as well. And 3-2, no other kills have transpired. A few traps going down here and there. Just trying to keep an eye on where Joseph is rolling. On the original has cleared out jungle. We do have his backs actually up, and I guess we didn't time them very well.
Yeah, Pawn, I don't think even knows that his back's just respawned, and Cloud9, they're going to come in and say, well, look at this free gift that is graciously left for us by our hosts. And that's just going to be those backs going over. Pawn actually using the forward shop camps just to propel himself in towards the middle and the back.
Move.
So they're going to just get traded out here.
Yeah, just a complete trade. Mixshy, though, is going to find Hardik, and Hardik actually might even find a kill, but there's 3 of them now on top of this Samuel, and as long as he can clear the jungle, it's not going to happen. It might have been worth, but he does not deny. Trant goes down for his trouble, and Gabe and Joseph just set up shop here in the jungle.
I'm going to grab this minion mine, keep those even for now, but we are going to be seeing another skirmish breakout.
A little surprised that Pond sort of went really defensive on that one. We threw out that flare. They saw the Taka just coming out of the Kaku, and immediately Pond just kind of goes right behind Cole. And just with no more mobility there from Joseph, I really would have expected a little bit more aggressive positioning, but they are still chasing him down. The jungle Treant will go over to Joseph. The backs are still there, and Kinetik are going to secure them.
And they're just going to go ahead and clean that up. And now perhaps looking for a fight.
The bait is real, and Gabe Bizzle just slammed them up against the wall, taking their lunch money. It's going to be a revenge kill going over to Hardik.
They are going to be finding that kill onto Mixi and just going very aggressively underneath this turret. They're taking a lot of damage from those turret shots, but they're still going to keep going for it. I Love Joseph finding the kill, has to break the turret sight, and it just uses that. Does break the sight, lets the turret get back onto the minion that was left, and then jumps on out. Nice plays from the Taka.
Yeah, smooth moves from Joseph right there, able to pick up the kills and get away. So what do we got for builds, Bacon? Does look like double armor as Joseph goes straight into a crown. Doesn't need nothing else. And he thinks that, well, double armor at least tells me that he wants to try to curve down on Mixi. It is going to be Pawn on the crystal. Mixi is the weapon, and that leaves Hardik there with, of course, the crystal Samuel from lane.
Yeah, well, Hardik starting to come into his own a bit. Almost has that first item, Broken Myth. Meanwhile, Pawn the original, still unsure of what his first item is going to be, but I Love Joseph just eats that one shot. Doesn't even really hurt him all that much once he goes into the Kaku, and now he's just going to jump right onto Mixi.
It's a little greedy, but at the same time, Gabe is there in solidarity. Get some damage there on top of Mixi. It's off to the other side of the fold that we actually have the 1v1 going down. Pawn did not get those backs. Hardik should actually be able to pick up the kill on Sky. There we go. Cleaves right through. Back to the lane. Mixi not looking so hot. Joseph still looking for a kill. Glimmers will not connect, but an anchor will. No follow-up. Mixi is looking for Joseph, and the stun secures it. We got kills trading all over the board.
Yeah, absolutely. 4 to 6 in 7 minutes. Things have started to get a bit aggressive here in game number 3. Bolamik gonna be just on his own defending this turret for a moment, but those minions aren't even really gonna get into the turret. Just one of them even gets targeted before Mixi gets back in.
Alright, so I'm going to take a leaf out of AJ's book here and just kind of shake my head a little as Pawn the original went into a Frostburn first. I don't think there's enough really on the board for him to make great use of it as a first item, Bacon, but what do you think?
I definitely don't think so.
Okay, so we're in agreement on this one.
Yeah.
That's the last we'll hear of it. So Gabe is just sitting there. He's looking for that immense gold payout. Does not get the steal. Does have the combat roll, so he's going to be okay. Gets hit by the camo, but he'll be just fine. That's going to be some gold into Kinetik's pocket. We are still dead even on the money.
Man, they are going to be just keeping things balanced, and that's exactly where really either of these two want to be, but especially Kinetik. C9 want to try and get a little bit more of a lead here in the early goings with a Lance and Taka. Going into that Crystal Taka build does have a little bit more longevity towards the late game, but I Love Joseph says, nuts to that, I'm going in right now.
Yeah, just the tip of the lance right there on that impale was what sealed Mixi's doom, but at the same time, this turret is still standing, still fairly healthy. Pawn is trying to clear it out. Joseph trying to take it down. Surrey Strike and the Death from Above only really landing on top of Gabe at best. And the turret is no more, and Cloud9's Wrecking Ball went right through it.
Yeah, they are going to just be really cleaning through quite well. Almost coming up on 9 minutes now, and they still gold very close. It is slowly starting to edge towards Cloud9. Gabe Bizzle getting some pretty solid vision down at the moment. We've all seen how quickly vision games can turn.
Yeah, he's the only one putting down vision.
Yeah.
Or that or everything else has been popped. I can't really think of too much there from Cole. He has a flare gun. More about the flare game, trying to keep a hold of Taka.
Yeah, and well, there's 2 items completed for both of the carries on the side of Cloud9 now, as the Aftershock and the Eve of Harvest both getting completed for Taka and Samuel respectively. Damage can be going over to Mixi as he takes out that minion wave. But for now, just gonna kind of relax, take it slow, maybe go and just look what they can find in the jungle. But side of Kinetik, I think they know that they don't want to be fighting right now, but Pon doesn't really matter what he wants.
Maybe. Nope, that's going to be Harut, and Death from Above, again, is not hitting any targets. Spawn is going to be down. One more shot, one more glimmer, not happening. Got the shield, and now the fountain there as well. Cloud9 still in fighting form. They're going to pick up Cole the Meek, as Kinetik will find that last kill. Joseph's now looking for the third, but of course, Mixie did head on the way home. Joseph is still looking for that opportunity. Mixie does present himself, but the moment might have been passed. That being said, we're going to tank out turret a little bit. That's going to be Mixie done. Couldn't stay that long.
Man, they are just going to be finding more kills here. Cloud9 starting to take control of this game. Again, an earlier game composition for them, but if they can get enough of a lead, they can keep pushing down these turrets. Having the tier 2 turret destroyed around the 10-minute mark is pretty solid timing, I'd say, and well, they're just going to be able to constantly keep this pressure on as a result.
So Joseph with the double armor likely wants to sell one of them, but we'll see if he is going to go something into like an Atlas, or if he's going to sort of prioritize more of an Aegis next. I mean, I think most of his offense is really just ready to go, Bacon. You don't really have to get a big rush on for that Broken Myth.
Yeah, I mean, they are going to be wanting to get that, but I mean, at the moment, I Love Joseph is just doing so much damage as he jumps in. He's going to be eating a lot in return this time, but when the Death from Above doesn't connect, he has already bought enough time for his team to finish off the gold miner once again.
X-Retsu over the wall, thanks to the vision there of Gabe Vizzle, and yeah, he did play the interference game. They did pick up that immense gold payout. Gabe Vizzle's still going to be here. Here's Hardik as well as Joseph, and Koldamik is going to be down low. He's already hit the fountain, had nothing left. The Oblivion is good. 1 and 2, looking for the third, as Mixie is the last man standing, but it will be a double coming through for Hardik. He's sitting at 7 and 2 with 94 farm, absolutely just cleaving his way to victory.
And well, they are looking to close this one out sooner rather than later. They know their win conditions, and they are playing to them expertly at the moment. And just, I Love Joseph, when he gets his hands on this Taka, it is just something else.
Yeah, it's really hard to give him that Taka, and this could actually be something of a win simply due to the efforts there of this slippery little fox.
Right now, they're going to be clearing out the jungle once again. Kinetik just not really having many ways to get back into this one. They do have a scaling item onto Mixie. Like you said, on the original, still struggling to get that Broken Myth out. And it's kind of been just a struggle all game for the side of Kinetik. Ever since right around the 5 to 6 minute mark is when Cloud9 started really making the aggressive moves and getting them to work, getting damage to stick, and now they're going in once again. Not going to find the Impale this time. They're also without Hardik for the moment. That's going to be remedied right now.
All Cloud9 has to do, though, is just make sure that they clear out any of the scout traps and keep Kinetik all bottled up there in the base. If that mission can be satisfied, really the fold is their playground at this point, and leaving that minion mine there as well just means that there's also no recourse to Kinetik to pick up that chunk of gold. So Joseph and that clear time, that crown, it's keeping these guys starved.
Could be jumping right on in there, but it is Joseph on his own. He just quickly gets himself on out of danger, but now Gabe Vizzle, that Impale had connected, you gotta figure Cloud9 would have gone all in on it, but they're still looking for a fight.
Cloud9 gonna have Hardik go in, just strafing, getting the damage there on top of Cole. He takes the time to do a polite company, but doesn't get any company out of it. Joseph still says hello, is gonna use the dodge to get on through with the Kaiten. And again, Kinetik just really stuck in their base. The backs will be taken, the Treants will not be lasting too much longer here either. And could be a gold mine since we got 40 seconds until Kraken comes on to the fold.
And that's exactly what Cloud9 are going to be doing as they start work on this one. I Love Joseph getting himself an infusion before he joins in, and with that Storm Crown, it does go down significantly quicker. One shot steals it.
Dang, man. Mixie's got to be happy about that.
How many times are we going to see gold mines and Krakens get stolen by a one-shot, one-kill before teams start just stacking all three members on the appropriate side of the objective when it gets close to going down?
There's Celeste in this game? No? Okay, don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, that's sort of how that conversation went. But Mixie, very good. Has to follow it up with some good play here as Hardik is actually the big target. Gets him above once more, a little bit off to the side. Pon cannot seal the deal. Hardik is going to live through it. Kestrel, however, dead in the water, and Pon is on the retreat. They are going to split up their forces. Call and Hardik. I mean, eventually Hardik will get that kill. But how long can they just hold out? Can they prevent an ace?
Well, it looks like they're going to be doing their absolute best, but both Pon and Cole are very, very low. That's going to be Cole going down. 7 seconds left, but the turret going a step too far, and it will be the ace going over. The ace buff minions are getting into the base, but because they stalled out so long, Mixie is up and will be able to clear them out before they can get any damage done onto these turrets. That's the good news. Bad news is there's about to be a very, very, very big minion coming down the lane.
Yeah, the big mama minion is going to be making her presence here known soon enough. More infusions to come out. We don't have one on Pond. Does he have the money? He totally does, so do expect to see one there as well. But when you're in the green as much as you are here with Cloud9, we are looking at almost 6,000 gold between him, possibly more after this bacon, because that Kraken only has 3 targets left to hit. Once those turrets are done, with Ataka on your side, even if it's not game over right here, you have a big threat of a backdoor.
You absolutely do, especially with that Storm Crown. But Kraken pushing in. Pon just trying to get some preemptive damage onto her. The death from above to try and delay the engagement from Cloud9, but they get themselves past it and in.
Yeah, and the Kraken not taking really a lot of damage. Here goes Cloud9. The strafing run has started. Hardik is going to be in that drifting dark. A lot of damage adding up to Cole the Meek. Silent Joseph, however, is going to be taking a few shots there. He's going to get in the way of that forward barrage, but not before the rest of the team here of Kinetik drop. And I think that's their best that they can hope for here from Kinetik. It's 3rd place.
Yeah, well, they are going to be having to just sit back and watch as their Vein Crystal is destroyed, and with that, their chance at Worlds gets that much more farther away. But for Cloud9, I mean, this is a team that they've been at every single live event. They finished top 4 at every single live event, and they are trying to make sure that that continues to be a trend.
Okay, so Cloud9, you're the numbers man, Bacon.